Hello, hello, hello again. Welcome to the Mr. Show. I am Quentin. Let's get into it. So, talking about game two of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Pacers and the Knicks. Now, I believe game three is tonight, I believe. So, I'm a little late talking about game two, but here's why I'm going to talk about it. It has been interesting. And I am going to mention game one just a little bit. So the Knicks do lead the series 2-0, and Indiana has not looked its best. Game two looked a little better, but they need a lot of work. Game one, that Indiana sold that. I'm sorry. Like, you were down one, and then an offensive legal screen set by Miles Turner. Next, Knicks win by 4 or 5. They take game one. Game two, Indiana at half was up 10. I believe 54-44 or 56-44 or something like that. Knicks end up taking game two. Game two. The Pacers, they need to play better. And I know the Knicks have been outstanding defensively, offensively. What Josh Hart is doing, I don't think he's been subbed out once in the playoffs alone. There's that. Jalen Brunson, oh my lord, dude is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I believe averaging about 35, 36 in the playoffs alone. And can we also talk about Dante DiVincenzo, what he's done? Now, since All-Star break, I could be wrong, but I know he's been averaging higher three-point percentage than Steph Curry. Don't sleep on the Knicks. Do not sleep on them. Now, I am going to get into a few stats here about players. And this is going into game two. Well, it is about game two, excuse me. So we're going to go with Pascal Siakam, 7 for 18, 0 for 3 on threes, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 14 points. Not a bad stat line for Siakam, but be shooting only 38, 39%. It's not Pascal Siakam-esque basketball. Now, if you watch him in Toronto, you know this dude can drop 40, 50. I love Pascal Siakam. I know he don't take a lot of threes, so I don't expect him to have, a Damian Lillard, Steph Curry night, you know what I'm saying? But not bad. Aaron Nesmith. My lord. No wonder why the Pacers are down 0-2. Listen to this. 2 of 7 on field goals, 2 for 6 on 3, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 6 points. Horrible. It's horrible. If you are going to beat a team such as the Knicks, everybody's got to score. Everybody has to score. And if you can't score, get rebounds. Open up lanes for other players with assists. Get everyone else around you to work. My lord. 28.5%, 28.5% on field goal percentage, 33.3% from 3, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 6 points. And if I'm Rick Carlisle, you might have to talk to him because, dang, I can't have that if I'm playing a team such as the Knicks. And just say, hypothetically, if the Pacers do win the series against the Knicks, how do you think that's going to turn out if you got to play Cleveland, let alone or Boston? It's not going to look good. Not going to look good. And moving on. Miles Turner, I know he can score. Very good scorer. Very good defender. But this stat line it's not the best, but the rebounds I like. 3 for 11 on field goals, 0 for 2 from 3, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 6 points. Like I said, Miles Turner can score. I know he can give you 15. I know he can give you 20. There's times I've seen him drop 30. But 6 points from the big man? Only shooting 27.2% from field goals? Not a good look. 0 for 2 from 3. I know he don't shoot the 3 like that. So I'm not going to bash him on that. Same thing, like I said, with Siakam. Um, so I'm going to leave that at that. Moving on, Nemhard, 7 for 9 on field goals, 1 for 3 for 3, 0 rebounds, 4 assists, 15 points. Not a bad stat line whatsoever. Shot 77.7% from the field, 33.3% from 3. Rebounds, you need to get rebounds. You got to at least fight for some. Fight for some. I mean, come on. 4 assists. I like that. Getting other teammates involved, open up some lanes, get everyone else scoring. And finish with 15. It's not bad. It is not a bad stat line at all. But the rebounds, they got to be there. Or at least show some effort, right? Now I'm going to talk about Tyrese Halliburton. I love Tyrese Halliburton. Dude is phenomenal. Before the All-Star break, my lord, you could have put that man in MVP conversation. My lord. Probably playing the best basketball I have ever seen Tyrese Halliburton play. But since the All-Star break, Halliburton has not been the same. I know I think at the time was battling a knee injury or leg injury. I could be wrong, but I know it was an injury of some sort. Dropped off in points drastically. Game 1 between the Pacers and the Knicks, I believe, just point-wise, didn't even hit 10 points. I believe he finished with 6 or 8. And we're talking an elite scorer, an elite 3-point shooter, and a man who I believe is top 5 in the league in assists this year. Game 1 was a no-show. No-show. I believe he needed to do better. And in game 2, my lord, he showed up. If Tyrese Halliburton can be playing in the way that I'm going to describe his stats in a second, Indiana's got a shot. But let me get into his stats. 11 for 19 on field goals. I love it. Not afraid to shoot, and he's making his shots. If you can shoot and make them, by all means, fire away, bombs away. Right? 7 for 11 on 3-pointers. My gosh. 7 for 11. Whew. My lord. I don't know if I could say anything about that. That's phenomenal. 7 for 11 from 3. Oh, my lord. That man was straight cooking. All right, next. 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 34 points. He showed up. He showed up to play. Field goal percentage, 57.8%. Not bad. From 3, 63.6% from 3. Whew, I like that. I'm proud of Halliburton in his game 2 response. It was a tough loss for Indy. Tough loss. It's like they're right there. Series could be 1-1, and at best, actually could be 2-0, favoring Indiana, right? But I love the response from game 1 to game 2 with Halliburton. If he can keep it up in game 3, like I said, Indiana's got a shot, but everyone else has got to step up, especially Nemhard and Miles Turner. 6 points each, not a good look. The last one for Indy, Obi Toppin off the bench. Oh my gosh. 7 for 10 on field goals, 2 for 4 on 3, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 20 points. That's off the bench. Off the bench. If I can have a player, a 6-man like that coming off the bench, dang, yeah, I'm going to put you in the lineup. Get you some time. My lord. Whew. 70% from field goals, 50% from 3. He showed up to play. Why is Tyrese Halliburton and Obi Toppin off the bench, might I say again, only ones really showing up to play? I get Siakam's got 14. I get Nemhard's got 15. But dang, if you got 2 people scoring like that, with 34 from Hallie and 20 from Toppin, where else is everyone scoring from? What are you doing? Indiana in regular season, I believe, was the highest scoring team in the league. And their defense, horrible. The way Indiana beats you is by pace. They were second in the league in pace, meaning going up and down the court, back and forth, no breaks. Indiana's way of beating you is we're going to beat you by our pace, and we are going to outscore you. That's what we're going to do. That's what they do. And it's worked for majority of the year. But now that you're going against a team who I believe, let me look, for the New York Knicks, who has a defensive rating 112.4, which is ninth in the league, top 10, who can play defense, you're going to have to change that. And that is also why Indiana is down 2-0 to New York. Needs to work. Now, I'm going to go to the New York Knicks, talk about them for a little bit. OG Anunoby, my lord, that dude was having a game. I know he got hurt, I believe, in the fourth quarter. Is out for game 3, I believe. I could be wrong. Keep the status on him, but let me look. 10 for 19 on field goals. 3 for 4 from 3. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Dang near finished with 30 points with 28. Shot 52.6 from field goal percentage. And just from 3-point alone, 75%. He showed up. He couldn't be stopped. That man came to play. Now, I hope he can play game 3. But yeah, Anunoby showed up. He showed up. When everyone's clicking on New York, I believe they are the biggest threat to Boston, because I still don't see the Cleveland Cavaliers beating the Boston Celtics. But I'll get to that in a later episode. Let me stick to the topic at hand. Isaiah Hartenstein, 5 for 7 on field goals. 0 for 0 from 3. You're not going to shoot it. I'm going to leave it at that. 12 rebounds, 8 assists. Finished with 14 points. Not bad from a big man. I love it. I love it. As a big man, you don't need to be dropping so many points. Let everyone else score. But I love the rebounds. Get the rebounds, second chance points. That can lead to fast break points. My gosh. I love it. I love it. Shot 71.4% from field goals and just 0% from 3. Like I said, he's not going to shoot it. He's not going to even attempt it. He's not going to think about it. But I love the stat line from Hartenstein. Keep it up. Well, let's talk about the big man at hand. And I ain't talking big. I'm talking the way he playing. Jalen Brunson. Oh my gosh. The disrespect this man is getting all year. Y'all better start putting respect, not respect, respect on that man's name. Let me get to it. 11 to 18 from field goals. 3 for 6 from 3, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 29 points. Now, I know game 1, I believe he finished with 43, but not bad. I believe he missed the second or third quarter with a foot injury. I think that it was a sore foot. He ended up coming back with straight cooking, right? Shot 61.1% from field goal, and then from 3, 50%. Not bad. Not bad. Love it. Brunson's cooking. I don't even know if I need to speak more on Jalen Brunson. This man's been phenomenal all year. Phenomenal this playoff season right now. My gosh. And I'm saying this next year. I'm going to say it now. I'm going to say it right here, right now. Mark my words. Put him in MVP conversation for next year. Say it right here, right now. Put Jalen Brunson in MVP conversation for next year. I'm saying it now. Josh Hart, 8 for 12 on field goals, 1 for 3 from 3, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, 19 points. I'm going to talk about Josh Hart just for a quick minute. Now, I get I said the stat line, but my gosh, to finish with 15 rebounds, who I believe there we go. I don't know what thing messed up. Oh my lord. All right. Let me get back to it. Josh Hart, 15 rebounds, and I believe for a man that's under 6'2", leads the playoffs, if not the league, with the most rebounds. I don't know what Coach Tibbs is saying to Josh Hart, or what if that New York City lights got him. But man, Josh Hart has been phenomenal. Phenomenal. 66.6% from field goal percentage and 33.3% from 3-point range. Didn't take many threes, but he showed up. He showed up when he needed to. When you need Josh Hart to show up, he will show up. I love it. Dude's playing phenomenal basketball, doing his job when he needs to do. Phenomenal defense. My gosh. By all means, show some love and support to Josh Hart. You really have to. All right, let me get into my last one for the Knicks. Dante DiVincenzo. Now, I mentioned since the All-Star break, his three-point percentage, astronomical. It actually was better than Steph Curry, who I believe was second in the league. DiVincenzo, first. I don't know if I need to say more because that sounds like a lot to me. We're talking most likely the best three-point shooter in NBA history in Stephen Curry. And Dante DiVincenzo, who not a superstar, I don't believe is an all-star, doesn't have 4 rings, but is shooting better from three-point range than Stephen Curry? Than Stephen Curry? Man, that man came to play. Let me get to a stat line real quick. 10 for 20. You're not afraid to shoot the ball. I love it. Don't be afraid to shoot. I know you can't make all of them, but don't be afraid to shoot. Right? 10 for 20 on field goals. 6 for 12 on 3 points from three-point range. 6 of 12. You can say him and Halliburton came to play from three-point range. Whew. 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 28 points. My Lord. These guys came to play. They came to play. Shot 50% from field goals overall and 50% from 3. So even on both, phenomenal. See, look at DiVincenzo once again, 28 points. Hart, 19. Brunson, 29. Hartenstein, 14. Anunoby, 28. Probably would have finished almost with about, I'd probably say 40 if he didn't get hurt in the game, late in the game. This is why Indiana is down 2-0 because they can't play defense. When you're going against a team who, I remind you, again, is 9th in the league in defensive efficiency, in defensive rating, what you do in the regular season may not work when it comes postseason. If Rick Carlisle does not change the way his team plays, you can kiss your hopes and dreams of reaching the Eastern Conference Finals, let alone the NBA Finals, in which I do not have the Pacers going that far. Goodbye. Adios. Adios, muchacho. Right. So Knicks take game 2, 130-121. Both games have been very close. Very close. I believe game 1 was like a 4-point difference. I think it was like 121-117. And then game 2, as I said, 130-121. Close. Indiana's right there. It's like they're knocking at the door, but they ain't getting the door open. At some point, you're going to have to just bash through that door and say the heck with it. So if Indiana can take game 3 tonight, this could go to a 6-7 game series. It can. Indiana's got to play better. All right. Team stats real quick. I'm going to blaze it through. Pacers, 48 from 93 on field goals. Shot 51.6% from three-point range. 15 for 34. Shot 44.1% from three-point range. 10 for 17 on free throws. Almost shot 60% from free throw with 58.8. 34 rebounds, 33 assists, and 60 points in the paint. I love the points in the paint. If you can score in the paint, that opens up the mid-range. That opens up three-point range. I love it. But this is also how New York's got you beat. Just listen. New York. So the field goals, very identical. 49 for 86. Field goal percentage is slightly better with 57, even. Right. From three-point range, 14 for 30. So about even as well. Shot 46.7%. Very close. 18 for 22 on free throws. Shot 81.8%. Almost 82% from free throws. Free throws are essential. When you're having an opponent shoot 82% from free throw, and you're only getting not even 60. Now I get 10 to 17, 18 to 22. But I mean, you gotta capitalize on those. Those are free points. You gotta make those. Now, in regular season, you can do whatever the heck you want. But when it comes postseason, in hopes of getting to the next round and getting to the championship, you have to make those free throws. Next, this is where New York beats Indiana. 44 rebounds to Indiana's 34. You're out rebounded. I mean, Josh Hart got 15 of those 44, and Hardenstein has got 12 of those 44. That accounts for what? 36 of those rebounds? 36 of those 44 rebounds are by two players. Just two alone. And Indiana's only got 34. Right. Need to do better. 28 assists for New York, and points in the paint, they're only separated by 2. 62 points for New York compared to 60 for Indiana. That's even. But where New York has got you beat, and I'm going to say it again, is free throw percentage and rebounds. That's where they got you beat. Indiana has to do better. And I've said that maybe like 3-4 times. Do better. Right? New York. I do have New York taking this series. It's going to be interesting. Not one of my favorite series. I didn't really follow them that much this year. But for what I'm seeing, I wouldn't be surprised if New York takes this 4-1, 4-2. I did say 6-game, maybe 7-game series, but I would probably say 6 games in favor of New York. That's that. Like I said, they play tonight. We'll see what happens. Game 3 in Indy. Get that checked out. Watch that tonight. Take my notes, see what's going on. But none else much to say about it. Just New York is playing lights out. Indy's they got to do better, especially defensively. If Halliburton plays the same way he did game 2, I ain't got no problem. But everyone else has to show up for Indy. Because you got everyone else on New York showing up. But you only got Hallie, who showed up 1 game out of 2. And which happened to be a pivotal game too. Obi Toppin off the bench, doing what he did. Siakam 14, Nembhard 15. I don't really see Indiana getting past New York. Um, yeah, I just know that Indiana's got to do better. Got to do better. And then I saw Rick Carlisle got ejected from the game. I mean, at first, what I saw, I just saw him walking off. I was like, dang, your head coach walking off like that and the game ain't even done? That's tough. But then I saw the clip. He got ejected. I think he got in the ref's face, something like that. I'm kind of shocked that didn't happen with Michael Malone, game 2 between Denver and Minnesota, because he also got in the ref's face. I'm shocked that didn't happen to him, but it is what it is. I'm gonna wrap this up here. Knicks, I'm gonna say Knicks in 6. Most likely playing Boston. Do I have New York beating Boston? No, I don't. But I'll get to that in the next video. I do want to thank you guys for listening. I love you all. Stay tuned for the next episode. Y'all have a great day. God bless you.